Welcome to Mac and Meeka Live.
Sorry about that, y'all. We was having like a lot of technical difficulty. We still couldn't figure it out. But you gotta keep
And who
moving.
wasn't paying attention was me. I had my phone on. Sorry about that.
Right. So,
But thanks for coming out, guys. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all, and we really appreciate you today because of our, sound system
our delay.
issue. Yeah. So thanks. So get some drinks and just get ready to turn up with us
The more
regardless.
you drink, the better we sound.
And the better the music is gonna sound, because I promise you I'm putting that shit back on, okay? On intermission, it's gonna happen. But yeah, no, thanks for coming out, man. How was your week, Mac?
My week was pretty good. The regular started.
Corona, get my Lysol. I got the Lysol back there. Spray his ass down. It's right there.
Spray him down.
Right there. Spray him down, Ray. Spray his ass down. Dead ass.
You have to
spray his ass.
You have to sneeze into your arm.
He did that. Keep your arm down. Don't hug me no more, Roy. I love you, but don't hug me. No mas. No mas, nigga. No mas. You need that in Spanish, English. I might could give it to you in Indonesian, but no mas, yo.
Right.
Hey, what's up, Joe? Yeah. But, so go ahead. I'm sorry, before we were rudely interrupted by that Corona scare.
By that last one. By that aggressive sneeze.
Give him pure up. Thank you. Yo, we on point. We got you, Roy. We got you, though.
This week, back to the regular schedule, the whole little dance class on Mondays. You gonna be there Monday?
I'm going to be in North Carolina.
Oh, you come back on Tuesday.
Yeah,
So maybe
I actually wanted to come this Monday. I couldn't because of, I'll tell you.
Yeah. And then, with working out and meetings and stuff, People Matters Fest is coming up. So that's a 24-hour ceasefire. So I do that every year with 103.5 Beat iHeartRadio. It's a free concert. That's March 21st. So that's coming up. So I had meetings about that as well. And then I did, I took an acting. I got an acting coach. I hired an acting coach.
That's what's up.
Something I didn't think about.
Yes.
Something I just was never on my radar, but somebody kept asking me about like being on TV. Like, oh, you should be on TV. I'm like, for what? And they were like, no.
They was
like,
looking for a
acting.
big person
I'm
to fight somebody.
Right. So a superhero.
That too.
And they were like, oh, you should try acting. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just saying, agreeing. And then they have a talent agent that's their friend, and then they linked us, and I was like, damn, they're getting serious. So I was on the phone with them.
You wasn't ready, was you?
I wasn't. That was just a conversation. I was gonna let it blow out. So then eventually talked to her. She's based out of Atlanta, and she's like, well, send me over, headshot, send me over like anything that you've done before, and I did it.
All the shit you didn't have, a headshot.
Right. So I sent her some stuff over. Totally forgot. About 2.5 weeks later, she gets to me. I'm like, got a script for you for Rusty Blues. I need you to do an audition. I'm like, wait, I forgot about this. And then I did it once with James and them, but then they sent me to an acting coach, which really helped because I didn't know a lot of things.
Yeah.
So I got an acting coach. I hired her this week, and then
Are you channeling? Are you learning to channel energy?
I learned a lot.
Okay, good.
Yeah, like you can't be buried into the paper. You have to get a reaction. Naturally, I make facial expressions anyway, so that helps. And then I went and I did the audition, and they liked it. So, and she has a whole bunch of other gigs too. She said, so I'll be doing some reading. That was my first. So I will see, how, come along with that, because that was just the first audition. They'll call you back for a second, but she said a lot of people reached out when she sent my stuff out. So,
Well, acting is always great because you can put yourself in different positions and different spaces mentally. But acting, I did a few independent films when I came out of college with it. But I think acting helped me most in my real life because I can cry on the spot. I can pretend to be sad when I really am not. I can do a lot. They'll help me most in relationships.
I be pretending to act like I don't know what be going on a lot of times than I do. So I mean.
So yeah, that's what I said. You didn't even need the acting. The acting coach did. You was
but it was a learning experience, and like stuff like that. I like to kind of step out my comfort zone, and I was okay with doing it. So I want to be good at it now.
Nah, yeah. So now you're gonna be great. That's what you always.
Yup.
So what's next for that? You have another audition?
No, what? Hello, I just did the audition yesterday.
I said you have another one coming up.
Oh yeah, she said she's going to send me more stuff.
Hello.
They just had to like look at the audition yesterday, so I
no, but for other things.
I'll get them. This was just my first one. But she says they like what they seen and they'll be sending me more.
Well, it's usually other casting directors, not the same one.
Well, actually, there's another one who happened to reach out to me who knows nothing about what I'm already doing, and she was like, "Oh, I would like to represent you." I'm like, "Where the fuck this coming from?" But I'm going with it. It must be a sign. No, this is before I even filmed the thing. Like, it was just this week as well. Somebody else had reached out.
But you posted something, so that's good.
Like I said, it was before.
Before this week, they reached out?
Yes.
Oh my God.
But it was already when I knew about, what I was supposed to be doing.
Well, as long as you take advantage of every opportunity, I think that's
sure will. I don't leave a crumb on the table.
Yeah, rich motherfuckers, right?
Listen, the more you can do.
The more you got, the more you want. Huh? And I'm stop taking all that money from all those actors. And I'm just playing.
Shit, people out here. What the hell you mean?
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Everybody got the same opportunity, the same 24.
Nah, I think that's really good that you're trying to do acting. Like, I think that's dope. Because that's going to set you apart.
Remember I told you, I ain't trying to be in no box. Well,
yeah.
Athlete. It's like, an athlete who did music and put out a project.
But that wasn't far-fetched for you because you are like a music head. Like, that's your thing.
True.
So that's not far-fetched.
Well,
I feel like acting is...
like with athletes, they were like, oh, they don't know music. And that was always like a stigma.
That is a stigma, but I knew you personally, so I guess that's a little different. But a lot of people, I guess the people on the outside looking at would have said the same thing about you too, I guess, yeah. But I know you have a good ear, like, for sure, like, you really do.
And what people don't know is a lot of people call me in the studio to listen and pick and do stuff, but...
Didn't you pick somebody's song for a recent thing came out, and you had picked a song?
I took Trina and Young Bird.
Yeah.
Hitmaker now. I put them in the studio together. And he gave her like 3 or 4
hits.
He gave her some shit.
Oh, I can't wait for it to drop.
He might have reinvented Trina with the shit he gave her.
Yeah, I love Bird too.
Yeah.
I love that he's like on the low doing his thing. Well, what else for your week? That's it.
And I'm here at the podcast, so that's today's Friday. Tell me about your week.
My week was chill. I mean, a lot of things got canceled because a little kid, rest in peace, a little kid at my kid's school took his own life. So they had like memorial service, vigil, and a lot of stuff that my kids, understandably so wanted to be at. And I was like, I gotta, take them and be there, whatever. So a lot of my plans got switched out, but I was able to still enjoy my week. I still able to enjoy my week. I was getting ready for my trip to North Carolina tomorrow. I'm prepared with my Lysol wipes, my Lysol spray, my mask, my gloves. I got a lot of shit going on, but I did not pack.
Take some airball with you too.
I am. I got some. I actually still have, it might be expired though. I have some in my book bag. I never take it, but I always have it with me. But so I'm getting ready for that trip, and I'm excited about that. But but the craziest thing just happened just now. Like this boy over here, Vari.
Shout out to Vari.
You just called me a mean girl to boys.
I don't know if you want to call him out because he's not really paying it too social.
No. He is. He don't want to say. He said that I was telling him about something, and he's like, "Oh, you don't give niggas a chance or whatever. You're a mean girl to them or whatever. Like you ain't trying to build a nigga." I said, "You goddamn right, I'm not. I'm 40. Like I got time to build a motherfucker. Like he needs to be half built or 3/4 built, almost like ready made. Like you know what I'm saying? Help build me. Shit, I don't know. Like I don't know what you talking about, bro. So I was like, I gotta say this. I know you didn't think I was gonna say anything to you, but I was just like, this is crazy. I don't know what are you talking about, boy. I'm definitely not mean to do that. I love
That's
you
the conversation
all.
y'all could have with each other.
I love you
now
all.
Now you must call us.
No, I love you all. But I definitely, he kind of hurt my feelings with that one. I don't think I'm mean. But you don't think I'm mean either.
Meeka's a mean girl. I've been been told you that.
Not with you.
I just said Mean Girl. Y'all watch the movie Mean Girls? Mika's a Mean Girl.
No, I'm not. Nobody. What's that girl name? Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, come on.
But he said it specifically for a certain thing. I said Mean Girl.
In general.
Equals Mika.
Mean Girl equals MM. Mean Girl Mika. MGM.
Mean Girl Mika.
Yeah, I'm done with you. You the mean one.
No, I ain't.
Come on. Now see, nobody ain't. They scared of you. No. You 6'8". They scared. They're not gonna say that you mean.
I'm not mean.
You mean.
We're gonna keep going back and forth about.
You mean. You are mean. You definitely are. No, but it's time for a break anyway. We're coming back with sports. This break is brought to you by Toast Vodka, non-GMO, gluten-free, made with coconut water, and it tastes good as hell. So, like, enjoy it.
This music sucks, so this break is gonna be short.
We need a DJ.
Damn.
Just tell him.
You didn't know. He thought you were bootleg, Mac. That's what he said.
I thought it was me and him and just like sitting at a table with headphones on.
Oh yeah, like the regular one, the traditional one. Yeah.
We're what, Joel? Not your typical podcast.
Right.
Fuck that.
Send your friends.
Wagwan.
Wagwan with that.
Everybody, give it up for Tyson BeckFord. Come on.
Hello to you too.
Can we get a drink?
Shit, I don't drink. I'm from that shit no more.
I learned that today. I was 3 years old.
I'm a smoker now.
Oh, I thought I smoked that skunk.
You ever see the old people running around Florida with the gas mask and the little tube? See, they was smokers too. So I don't want to be running around with no tube and no gas mask. So I gave it a smoke. But I will do some edible stuff. I took one before I left the house. So
you feeling good then?
Oh, Lord.
I felt like I was floating all the way up here.
You didn't take those stairs, you just floated up.
You stupid motherfuckers. Look at this guy. We were speeding too.
Hair blowing in the wind.
You know?
Well, thank you for coming out.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate this. I'm glad I dressed nice and shit.
Yeah.
Motherfucker had some
We
sweat.
didn't even know the camera was going,
I caught a nigga out
right? Almost.
Yeah. So we're about to go like a little sports segment, and then after that we want to kind of get into what you have going on, especially my birthday guest.
Yes, I know. I've been trying to catch up with you.
Right.
You're a busy man.
You are
see
too.
why though. Yeah. I see why.
You see the production.
Yeah, hustlers be hustling.
Well, now you came after our
Hustlers be hustling. We
Right.
don't sleep.
So definitely. So I guess we can get into sports and
Yeah, definitely. I want to talk about first and foremost your old teammate, your boy Jack Brewer.
Jack Brewer. So Jack Brewer was on the news saying that Donald Trump was our first black president. Jack,
You didn't see
I don't know. It was all on CNN.
No, not Jack that I know. Haitian?
Jack Brewer.
Jack Brewer, isn't he Haitian?
He
He does so much for Haiti. I thought he was Haitian.
Oh, he does do a lot though, but yeah, I don't think he is.
But it's the same Jack though that we talk
Probably,
about.
yeah.
Why did he say that?
It
He
was
said-
a whole conference, right? They had
It was a whole conference.
He must be getting paid.
and then he had the nerve to say since it's Black History Month.
Oh, hell no.
I was like, drop the mic now.
No.
And
Jack
he also-
must have been drinking.
And I seen he mentioned like that Donald Trump had did a lot for like the HBCUs and stuff like that. I didn't look this up, so I don't know. Like,
Yeah, no, we need to look that up.
Yeah, I have to.
Because my niece is at an HBCU and she's still awaiting some aid. So
Right,
I don't know if this is all true.
But you can't never believe nothing Donald Trump say, though, man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fake
The other
news.
day, he
Yeah, I
talking
was
about
saying,
the virus. He was like, my opinion is, I think it's just going to go away when it gets warmer. The scientists looked at him like,
people catch colds in the summer.
Scientists looked at him like, this is our fucking president.
right. And he had to quickly correct him and shit. It was like, no, sir, this is not going to go away.
Not that easy.
But to be honest, though, man, I was looking at it, and it's like, it's just white people and Asians dropping.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I just learned that yesterday.
No black person has had it. Somebody in Africa had it, but it was an Italian dude.
Don't mark me because I'm about to travel.
No, I'm
Don't mark
serious.
my ass. Don't make me be the black person.
You look it up.
I just learned that. I just learned that
80% person that has passed away from this was not a person
Is that
of
because
color.
do they not wash their hands? What happened?
Well, we're pretty at washing our hands. We're very clean people because we
anal about that
use washcloths and shit. They don't even know what a washcloth is.
Wait, at this time, I want to take a minute to say that the views and opinions of the guests are not those of Mac and or Meeka and or James and or Grace.
Where's my big boy so I can sign off on what the fuck I'm saying?
But no, he is. I just heard this yesterday.
But you might be right. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then
I sit watching this right now because I want to know.
Well, I seen that you were into politics. I had looked on your story, and I seen that you like definitely into like the different debates, and somebody had dropped out of the debate.
Yeah, I watched. Elizabeth went the other day, and I had predicted all these people dropping out. So my followers is like, and I hit them up there. I put it up there, and I'll be like, another one bites the dust, and they're like, yeah, you did call that one. I said, well, Elizabeth, didn't we check her a couple years ago or so? She was trying to claim Indian.
Okay.
The percentage of being Indian, and then they said, no, Liz, you're not with us.
No, Liz. No, Lizzie. Fall back, Lizzie.
No, yeah, exactly. So she was sus from that beginning for me. So, and then I'm from New York City, where Bloomberg had me up against the wall.
I was gonna say,
frisking me, pulling me out of my car.
That was the
what I mean? Then when they pulled me over, and I was walking down the street. I was in the meatpacking district, and they stopped me. They stopped me, and he was like, "You got a gun in your pocket?" And I said, "No, man, I got a cell phone and my wallet.
Don't touch it."
Yeah, I'm headed to the crib." And he's like, "You sure you got an AK-47?" I said, "Look here, man. My clothes are not that baggy. Where the fuck did I put that?" Right. I said, "I got one at the house." I said, "Shit, the shit is registered, but shit, it was bad.
Crazy
it was bad.
Yeah,
it was just like, you knew if you were gonna, all right, I gotta go to the corner store. You knew you was gonna get stopped.
Yeah,
you knew it, so it was just smart to not have that bag of weed on you or nothing. You know what I mean? But most of the time, we put it down in the lower ankle of the Timberlands. That's why we wear Timbs in New York.
I've never been so happy to be a girl because they never really.
No, they never mess with females. It was always like he said. Young black males and Latinos.
I would say,
throw them up against the wall. Yeah. So I knew his ass wasn't going.
I didn't know it was that bad in New York.
No, it was bad. It was real bad. And even though
if you had gone to college up there, if you would have been really like anti New York at that point.
Yeah, because right now there's so many young people in the neighborhood who are anti NYPD. It's just bad right now. They just was beating some unarmed black man up the other day.
I've seen them throw water on the police and all type of things.
They walk down the street just throwing everything at them. They throwing pee, they throwing everything they can throw.
Anytime you can burn a police car, well, shit.
Whatever.
Damn.
They was doing it.
That bad up there.
Yeah, it just there's no respect. Okay. There's no respect. There was a time when, Mayor Dinkins was there, and there was a respect going on between the police and the community. Mm-hmm. Now there isn't. They don't do any policing. It's just like Bloomberg said, throw them up against the wall.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think there was a time. Well, not even a time, but there was a gentleman in the news for a long time. Talking about community policing, the white guy over, was he in Oklahoma or some state? And that's what we're not used to. It's very different.
But that's how policing started. Yeah. It was a community thing where the neighborhood cop, everybody knew his name, and he came around, and
I never got
guys don't want to know you. It's more like
crazy because I never got pushed against the wall, but I always tell the stories I tell my kids all the time, it was crazy going back home every other month or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm in a Maserati, I'm in a Bentley, I'm in whatever, and they're cops, because my parents grew up in the hood, they would really surround me. I'm just pulling out the driveway.
Right.
They surround me who up?
Yeah.
What you do? I'm not gonna stop. Yeah. I would say dumb shit. My mother's stop.
Whose car is that?
My mother didn't like that. She's not about the police.
Yeah.
It was
just stupid stuff.
But definitely, I think it's different now. I don't know. I haven't been there.
It's still a little
enough.
It's still a little fucked up. It really is. Honestly, it's still a little fucked up. Yeah, ain't nothing changed. It's just a day of the week. That's it.
It's just being broadcasted more because of social media.
Now we got social media, so we putting them down. It's like what 50 had called out. 50 Cent had called out that that cop who sat in the meeting with the police in the morning roll call and told them to shoot him when they see him. So so they investigated him and found out he was dirty, and then now he's he's been demoted.
Yeah.
So he's no longer
demoted. I feel like sometimes you should lose
fired,
fired,
but I think because he's got so much seniority, it was like, let him do this so he can keep his pension. You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of them
still
really
looking out
in the game for, the pension and the health care.
Right.
You know, we ain't mad at them. It's just that how many heads and how many lives you got to kill to get to that. You know?
That's crazy.
So it is what it is.
And speaking about killing, I mean, I know Shannon ain't kill you, man, because you here. What happened with that? What happened, bro?
So Ed Reed had went on one of those popular sports sites. I forget what it was, and he just talked about the incident in college where we had an encounter with Shannon Briggs, and
I know Briggs.
A fighter guy.
and I actually met him afterwards too. Like he's never actually said it to me like, oh, maybe it was you, but like we've been cool afterwards. But
wait, for those in the room who don't know Shannon Briggs, a heavyweight fighter, just you know.
so back in 2001, which is a while ago, but he just did a podcast the other day speaking on. I guess it was yesterday. I don't know. They just posted it today, and they tagged me and Ed Reed in it.
Oh, you know they
because Ed spoke on it on some type of popular site, and
what did Ed say?
You know, Ed told the story of our altercation with him when we were in college. He beat up a teammate of ours who had just left school. Me and Ed were still in college, and Ed told his account, and he got on and kind of told his, but it was a little different.
Oh, yeah, because on his, I mean, I never heard the other account yet. But on his, he said that the guy rushed him and he was underneath, but he flipped this big dude over. The big dude that's like a rhino, he flipped him over. And he got out and the dude was fucked up, but he would have a scratch on him.
So it was like, you admitted it was a lot of people.
Right.
All right, initially he got into a fight with one of our teammates and he beat our teammate's ass.
Yeah. Well, he's a boxer, he's trained.
Exactly.
They're actually not even supposed to be.
Exactly.
Because it's they're registered legal weapons. So
he went on there and he said, you know, he told his side about whatever happened. I wasn't present in that initial fight. However, when the second part happened, that's when he got the rest of us, because we all were out together as a team.
And this happened down here in Miami?
In Miami, we was in college, but we were out with some of the guys, like Andrew James, a couple other guys who were already in the league. But me and Ed Reed were still going to our senior year. So the guy who even got beat up he was now not even in school either. He just left. And then,
but he's good though. He's not.
But he went to court and all that shit. Yeah. So like even in the story, he's like, yeah, then they sued me. Not they. Only that one person. I didn't talk to no cops. I didn't do anything.
I didn't notice that. I was like, Mac sued him?
No.
Because you know that's what we all.
Right, but he said they. But you know, all of us are not suing him.
Exactly.
But he made it clear that it was a group of people. Yeah. So you beat the guy up or whatever, and then when we got outside, I had a run-in with him, and Ed had a run-in with his friend. And the run-in was, I rushed him. Yeah. We both didn't fall. He fell. Got him on the ground. Hit him a couple times, and then everybody else came and started stomping him. That's it. Like all this, like you flipped me over, and then I looked roughed up, and you looked without a scratch, and you already said it was a gang of people out there. There's no way that's going to happen.
I would hope you put him on his back.
Of course.
I mean, that's what you get paid for.
Exactly. But that's how Ed explained it. Ed was like, in Ed's story, Ed says, you gotta remember, Brian never gave him a second card,
Okay, yeah.
So that's how it like,
that's why the story didn't make sense, because it was like, you just made, he did a
you made a big picture, like everybody's gonna just jump you, but you let the flip people over and you walk away with nothing.
At the description. Like, I felt like I was in the room, I was at the club with him. I seen this motherfucker linebacker, I saw the rhino coming at me. He said he did all of this, and then he said, I lumped his ass up.
I never found out. But that was just a situation that just so happened at the time. I didn't know who he was. And keep it moving.
Yeah, exactly.
And I didn't know him, he didn't know me. And later on, we became friends. But this shit was 19 years ago, and it just come back up.
But what happened after? Like, so when you got back to the dorm or whatever, and you realized
I found out the next day.
Yes, what I'm saying. So you found out the next day
who it was.
Who it was? What did you say? Like, to your boys like,
Ah,
yo, he
stop
fucked up
playing,
Shannon Briggs.
Like, we ain't know.
Oh man, I remember.
He look like a big South Beach dude. He had on no shirt. He had on dread. He had dread.
Yeah.
Like I like this big swole South Beach dude. Like I thought it was like random.
Yeah, Shannon used to just hang out.
You thought it was Shaggy?
Shannon used to hang out.
He did. Because I seen him plenty times after that, and he always would speak to me. Mind you, the only time I ever met you was in that alley when we fucked. After that, you still would come up and speak. So I was like, you may know, but hey, I'm gonna be cool. We're gonna be cool too.
Yeah, the thing about Shannon, he'll fight you and then it'll be like, all right, let's go get a drink.
Right, and that's how I felt. So
I like people like that.
Yeah, because he ain't want to
hold the grudge.
We got it done. You a real man. I fuck with you. Let's go get a drink. That's how Shannon is. He
but then also the interview, I felt like they was chopping it up and then they were trying to get more going on. When I looked at the interview, I was like, this is real chopped up.
See, it's crazy because I didn't see the chopper part, but I know you probably saw that part.
When I looked at the interview again, I was like, oh, it's kind of choppy.
Yeah.
Like, some of the things
But
he's
I
saying,
could
they're
tell
editing
they
it.
were trying to bring out like more of a drama. Like
Because they wanted like me and
the
Ed
piece.
to like
They
kind
wanted
of
this.
come because they tagged us on it too, so they wanted us to
So
chime
they
in.
wanted.
That's
Brian
normal traffic.
See, the thing about this tagging thing, sometimes you just gotta look at it,
Oh, I did.
see what it is, and be like, all right, this is trouble.
I said, oh,
I'm gonna go get me a glass.
I'm gonna direct traffic to Mac Meeka Live. I guess we'll talk about this on Mac Meeka
Yeah,
Live.
he went on
I'm
that
gonna
thing
go
like,
get a taco. This ain't for me. You gotta learn to walk away from some things, man, because
Yeah.
I think some of the things that are on social media are entrapping.
Traps.
You know what I mean? And they get you the shit that you ain't want. You wake up in the morning, you just chilling, and all of a sudden you're like, oh. You know,
Something
the whole
that you
day
in your mind, you feel
you're in a conversation with people you don't even know.
Right. Something that you don't even think was that serious and you responded to, all of a sudden it's like a big thing.
Super big,
Like, whoa.
especially now with social media.
Yeah, everybody's like sensitive.
Well, I know Mac, you know, he done clearly, according to Shannon Briggs, done pushed people down and did all this kind of stuff. But Tyson, I need to know, like, are you threatening women? Are you doing any of that?
No.
Okay, because DeMarcus Cousins is.
Oh yeah.
And I need to know your opinion about that. Because
I just think that, you know, if you're in a situation with a lady and it gets to that point, you need to learn to walk away.
It was over their child. He asked her like, "What can I see my
Did
child?"
you hear the audio?
Yeah, it was an audio of him asking to see his child, and she was like, "No," and then he like sent a threat. Like, and
See, that's the thing.
that's just emotion, but he was being recorded too.
When you're a man and a woman, you get
Now-
emotional and things like that.
Yeah.
You gotta take a breath, go for a walk, something, because you end up always doing something you're gonna
It
regret.
is.
You know what I mean?
And
It is, but I
then
hate
not
the
knowing
fact
he was
that
being recorded.
That's the part that
Right.
Because he
bothers me.
probably didn't really mean what he said, but he was just
We
in the
that
moment.
era.
But
Yeah.
that's the
Everything
crazy
is
part
being
about it.
recorded. It's somewhere, somehow, somebody
I
either
hate
has a
that, though.
recording or has a camera.
Right.
It's Big Brother.
But
It's
it
always
is.
been.
But I'm saying in his situation, like, this is why you gotta know who you fucking. Like, for real. You really do.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta know who you fucking.
Because
Say it again for the people in the
You
back.
got,
You said.
Say it
you
again.
gotta know who you fucking.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
That's
people
it.
are like, oh, I'm in this, I'm there, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But
That ride
they
or
fucking
die.
the wrong person.
You need that ride or die.
I went through a tumultuous divorce. It was almost 5 years
Yeah.
before we actually like signed those papers. And at the end of the day, I never recorded a fucking conversation. I never did all of that. And we both probably threatened each other, honestly.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Like, I knew he didn't mean it. I knew I could make shit happen before he could have made shit happen,
Right.
honestly. Because
Right.
I'm from where
You know
that
where
shit.
shit
You know,
goes
he
down.
not from
He
that.
ain't
Like,
built
he know
like
he ain't
that. He ain't
at all.
built that
At all. He ain't at all.
He don't know.
At all. And I always used to
yeah,
tell him.
cousin come up from
Yeah.
Brooklyn, be like,
From Brooklyn,
Yeah, he
I got a
gone.
cousin
He
that
gone.
fucking
He
meet him
gone.
anywhere. Like, it don't matter, don't care.
Yeah, he
Like,
gone, girl. Don't worry
but
about
at the end of the day, I remember I had to call shit off at one point.
it. Yeah, cool
But
it down.
I
Yeah.
know.
Then you don't got the whole family hot.
I did not have to hot, but I had to make sure nothing was happening. I didn't call
Nobody
anything
got on
off.
rubber gloves.
I didn't call anything off, but I
Yo, you
did.
got
I did
bleach?
call a little group chat meeting, and I was like, "Yo, nothing can happen to this motherfucker." Like, for real.
Exactly, right.
Because they not gonna look at y'all. They're gonna look at me first.
Right.
I can't go down. I got kids. I gotta stay out.
Yeah.
No, I swear to God. My hand to God. I swear to God that happened because I know how my people get down. But and they were like, "Nah, fuck that nigga,
Yeah,
fuck that bitch."
yeah.
And I was like, "I swear to God,
So it
please,
was hard to call them off.
prayer hands, please,
Yeah,
don't do this."
That's it.
But I was just saying that I never recorded conversations. At the end of the day, it's almost like, I don't want to say a violation because y'all violating
It is a violation.
but you're violating each other. I get it.
No,
But
it is.
at the end of the day, that's just some next level
Yeah,
shit.
there's a trust that's
There's like a
built
next
right
level
once you do
shit.
something
Like
that, right?
you already know that that's not what he really like. I know that he's like, you know, I can make you disappear.
No, they got him on tape saying that. No.
That ain't right. Damn. That
I'm not gonna lie. Wait, talk about. I'm not gonna lie.
disappear.
When I heard that shit, I was like, oh, dude, I guess. What is wrong with
Because
you?
see now where that's fucked up is the district attorney. If he hear that shit, he can always pick that. You know what? I don't like this motherfucker. He beat my team.
Yeah.
He can pick that shit
personal.
up. Yeah. Hey, man, these DAs is
Yeah, because it honestly could be, it could be meant for anybody. It didn't have to be just for the girl.
Yeah.
But when he said it, I swear to God, I was like, oh, this motherfucker. No, I mean, I really feel like
you related. You understood. You just like,
I was like,
no, nigga, don't say that.
why that? No, I really was just like on some like, where you from?
Yeah.
No, 'cause I mean, I'm keeping it real. I swear to God, I'm from like a different generation. We don't even talk on the phone about it.
No,
Like, I
you're
swear to
crazy.
God, my hand too
I'm
bad.
from that
I'm not a drug
generation,
dealer.
too.
I've never sold drugs. I don't do nothing.
No, I don't
But I
do
learned from my
nothing
brother
either,
and these people like,
you don't
we be
say-
on the
you
phone
don't
and be
use
like,
the
yo,
phone.
Right.
we not gonna talk about this. I talk about
Right.
this when I see
I'll
you.
tell you when I see
I
you.
tell you when I see you.
Right.
I swear to God. So
Yeah.
when you're on the phone talking crazy,
Oh, so he was on the
Crazy.
phone.
Yeah, he was on the phone.
they recorded it. It's audio. It just doesn't make sense to me. So for
FCC
me,
listening.
Yeah.
Siri listening. Everybody listening.
But she was recording that whole conversation because
Yeah.
he probably always
She
told
already
me.
knew the triggers though.
Yeah, she knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you see this baby. But I mean, and
Well, at least
also
he's fighting to see
that's
his kid.
also fucked
That
up.
fight-
I was gonna say
He's fighting to see
that
his
was
kid.
also
That-
fucked
that
up
I can
that she
respect.
wasn't
Yeah, he's
letting
fighting
him
to see his kid.
see the baby.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, I don't know why, I don't know what was going on, but I don't ever really think, unless you have a child molester in your house,
Yeah.
I don't really ever think there's a good enough reason to not let them see your
Right.
kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been
Yeah.
through a lot of shit, but
Yeah, no,
you see his
you
fucking
never,
kids, you know
never
what I'm
put
saying?
your kids in the middle of that
Yeah.
situation like that. Be like, look, go to my mama's house and go pick him up.
But pick them up.
Yeah.
Exactly, I've done that. And
Yeah.
Exactly. You
Yeah.
know, you try to find
Let's have a
happy
meeting
medium.
point. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
happy medium where everything could be cordial and good, but you know, did he get charges for this?
Well, I think he made a comment, said it was a mistake because I think he did get, I don't want to say he got in trouble for it, but
Yeah, because like I said, any district
But that's
attorney
a-
of
that's
that
definitely
area
a threat.
can just pick that up as a threat. They call that a terroristic threat.
it's definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, absolutely.
Why you know so much about it?
Because I dated lawyers.
Oh.
And they be like, shit, you know what this nigga Craig done did? Craig!
That's my husband. Fuck that nigga.
Yo, my middle name.
Wait,
My
time
middle
out.
name is Craig.
Come on, no. Wait, time out. I love
Whenever I
Craig.
used to get in
As a
trouble,
friend,
they
as
used
a
to call me
person.
Craig.
I ain't trying to kill nobody.
Like,
Please,
oh
God.
shit, Craig
I'm
done got in
sorry.
trouble again.
Yeah, Craig done got in trouble again. They gonna use this in court. We back in court in like 2 years. Like, no, but seriously. No, we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk with Tyson about what he has going on.
Yeah.
His sunglass line, a lot of other shit going on. Yo, I'm loving this already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We hanging with Craig.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break with some bullshit ass music.
That's it.
Now,
Our
not the
speakers-
music,
our
with some
speakers
bad
back
ear
there.
with the
Right.
bullshit ass speakers.
That's
But
all
we're gonna
right.
take this break. This break is brought to you by Repent, Hangover Cure, Nanotechnology,
Yep.
and it also tastes good as fuck.
Word.
Right? It does. All right, shout out to y'all. You guys come out and follow. Shout out to y'all. Y'all look good tonight. I'm not just saying that because I'm single.
Y'all class or whatever.
Happy Friday. It's like you said, Happy
Made
Friday.
it through another week.
The music.
My bad, I forgot. It's a week. Y'all was on. I see my little friend smoking in the back.
All right.
Yeah.
2 puffs and pass, motherfucker.
Right.
Let's go.
It is. But we want to talk to you. What, like, we know you have a lot going on.
Yeah, I've been.
So tell us about it.
Let's talk about
Well,
these
I
sunglasses that you
moved
get.
here like 5 years ago.
And I didn't even know it.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm here, but I'm like low key, so I'm always flying somewhere. So that's why people don't really realize I live here.
Right.
Miami,
Remember,
so.
I seen you at the pop-up. Mika was with me too. We seen you at Mike's pop-up shop.
Exactly, yeah.
But I thought he was just in town.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
that was a
but that's
while
how
ago.
you used to see me.
Oh,
right?
so you were living here at that time?
Yeah, I've been here.
Yeah,
I figured it out later on.
I've been here since
Oh, I thought you were just talking to me,
2015. I've been here since 2015, so
Okay.
I'm making 5 years now. So.
Yeah. Never
But yeah, I came here because Florida has the no state tax.
Right.
And in New York,
This
we
is
were
why
being
I was-
taxed for. We had
Everything.
state tax, city tax, federal tax, income tax, and it was just too much tax. So I just was like, I'm gonna tax the fuck out.
Right.
So I just came to Miami, and Miami was always good to me every time I used to come down, and I have relatives here, and it's closer to Jamaica where my peoples is from. So
If y'all don't know, he's Jamaican.
yes, Jamaican Chinese.
Wagwan.
Yeah, man, Wagwan.
Jamaican Chinese.
That's why I love
Yeah,
my parents.
I feel like my grandma Chinese.
Yeah,
She
she
looks
probably
Chinese.
is. She probably is.
She
You
looks
know, I
Chinese.
picture you look
But
like,
now I
you look
get
like
it,
a
too.
relative.
If you guys haven't seen his grandma, she's the cutest
Brian
little
look like
mixed
Brian look like
Asian
one of my
looking woman.
cousins. So we can pass for cousins for sure.
Definitely. But my parents moved here for that reason from New York too. We're close to Belize, so it's like an hour and a half
Yeah,
flight.
Belize is nice. Yeah.
Right there.
You better believe it.
Yeah, he ain't been there either. And get me an oceanfront down there, man. Shit, snatch that shit up. But yeah, I came here and I set up like 2 LLCs because I was transitioning away from the fashion and wanting to start my own brands, of
Okay.
course, and no other place to do it but here in Florida because of the state benefits of no state tax.
Right.
I just fed, so I was like, this is where
I learned that when I was going to the NFL. I was like, I'm staying here.
Staying here.
Yeah.
My LLC
So
is
many
here.
athletes love it here.
My S
There's no
corporation
state tax.
is here. That's it. It just makes sense. So,
It does.
I started when I got here, I said, man, what can I do that people here in Miami are known for? Because the '80s here was crazy. I remember, coming here every summer in the '80s and watching, Chico and them fight, and it'd be like next thing you know, it'd be like, you know what I mean? Because
From what I was told, the 80s here were like the Wild Wild West. Yeah.
Woo! I lived through that Cocaine Cowboys days, and I was like,
Yeah.
I was here, come down from New York, skateboarding around the neighborhood, and then all of a sudden, the Chicos was fighting, and then shit just jumped off, and the machine gun come out. And I said, damn. I just skateboard my ass home. My aunt would be like, "Where'd you go today?" "Oh, nowhere." My ass was on South Beach looking at that shit. But then I realized something like, everybody, it's a sunny place, so everybody wears sunglasses.
But they say
So I
it's a
said,
place for shady people.
That's it. Miami's a sunny place for shady people. And that always stuck with me
That
from
stuck
back
with me
then.
too.
So I said, why not create sunglasses? And I like the 80s. I'm into that 80s whole thing, that vibe. So I was like, man, I gotta give me a Lamborghini Countach or a
Miami Vice.
Testarossa. Yeah. So Miami Vice is one of my favorite shows.
Mine too.
So
And I was young.
What? See, we family, bro. We related for sure. So I used to go to school dressed like Miami Vice, and in New York City, they looked at me like, "Fuck this nigga dressing like that." You spent all summer in South Beach, nigga. Look at you. So I would come back with these different styles, and I wasn't afraid to wear the patterns, of course, and just push out.
That's how you're a trendsetter.
And that's how, exactly. So that's why I said, let me create sunglasses. It was something easy that I could just. I'm into making money that I call money when you sleep. I know some of y'all are familiar with money when you sleep. That's when you set up a business, it runs itself, and then every time somebody buys something, it goes into the bank account, and that's it. There's no middleman. So e-commerce is a good way to start yourselves if you want to start a business. So I started with the sunglasses, got a company in Italy to make them, and then design the frames and everything, and then that's how we came to that with that.
So
then I started socks and belts now.
Versus China, because I know everybody goes to China.
I just
it's
the thing
cheaper,
is with
but
Chinese,
Italy is like
it's
quality.
cheap. Exactly, it's cheaper and it's not quality.
Exactly.
When you think fashion, you think Italy. I make my glasses in the same warehouse where Gucci makes theirs.
Okay.
So you're in the same neighborhood. You
That's
know,
what I
and
want
it's
him to
just,
get
it makes
to,
sense,
guys.
you know? Yeah.
See that, right?
And China, instead of giving you glass, they'll give you plastic. So I didn't want plastic lenses, I want glass lenses. So in case you scratched your lens, you could take it
Back.
to, no, you can take it to any obstetrician and have it buffed out.
Okay.
You know, so that's the thing about glass. When it scratches, you can scratch, you know, you can buff it out. So plastic is, it scratches
Yeah,
stuff.
it's done. Yeah.
So I didn't mind the frames being flexible, you know. Pull yours out, show me.
Right, I
so
wanted
we
to-
see. It's just called Tyson BeckFord Sunglasses. I couldn't come up with none. So.
I like that. No, that has a nice ring to
Tyson
it.
BeckFord Sunglasses.
Are we doing Tyson Craig Beckford?
No, we just doing Tyson BeckFord. So
TCB.
take them out the plastic, man. Put them on for the people.
Put them on.
So, you know, like the old
What
school.
am I
Leave
getting
it in the
on?
plastic.
See,
But you can put it back. I'll give you another pair
This
of
is the
plastic.
fucking favoritism over here. Only Mac get a pair.
No.
Only Mac get a pair.
This was my birthday gift from way back
It's
in
called Mac
September.
and Meeka Live. He ain't know I was
I
here.
got you. I got you.
This was a gift from back in September.
Who that bitch?
Yeah.
You know what
So
I'm
I've been
saying?
trying to give them. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Got my head blockers on.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So then I'm like, all right, so what color is he gonna wear? And I said, basic black. Now Brian a little fried at basic black. Let me give him a little blue. So I think I did good with the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Blue?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like a shade of blue. So I wanted to create something that was easy. I didn't have to be there.
I'm the model for
Mac.
once.
That's it. So that's
You
how I
like
came with
Stevie
that.
Wonder.
I said I'm the model for once.
That's
You
it.
like Stevie Wonder. You look blind.
And he was like, my head
She
big,
jealous.
Tyson. My head big. You gotta pick it. I said, Brian,
I'm not
how
gonna
long I
lie.
know you? I know how big you are.
I got a wide face, you sure?
Mac, I ain't gonna lie, I'm jealous as fuck right now.
Girl, I
They
got
look
you.
good on
Got
you.
you.
They look good on you. They look good.
Go to TysonBeckford.co and get you
and
some.
get
Pick
me
out
some.
something. Just
See
pick
that
something
shit?
out. All right.
See that bullshit?
And then I
No,
got
he's
you.
saying that just
No, I
screenshot.
got-
I hand delivered them to you wherever you at. I'll come bring them to you. I'll
Oh,
pull
shit.
up on you. I'll
To the
get off
next
my motorcycle
podcast.
and be like, yeah. All right.
Pop up guest
Yeah,
again.
I'll do that for sure. Yeah, no, because then we got new things to talk about. For sure.
All right.
So that's how I created the glasses. I wanted something that could sustain itself. I didn't have to sit there and monitor it, and it just runs itself. So.
And I just think already with you being in fashion and people always look at you for fashion, that they're like, oh, you got a glass line? So
Yeah, and I've been offered stores to put them in, but you know when you do that, then you got to give them
Percentage.
a percentage.
Right.
I said, well, I'm not in no rush for no money. I'll just let this thing sit over here and let it do its work,
Right.
you know. So then I started with the belts and the socks, which I'm dropping soon.
Oh,
And
the
then
socks.
at the end of this month, I dropped my my fragrance line. So
okay, so you're
that's
doing
called
a lot.
Orion Sky.
So you
Yeah.
have belt socks and you have a fragrance.
Yeah, and then I have like skincare, beard oil, all of that coming as well because
Oh, that's dope.
it's you know because I'm 49, so everybody's like, yo, what you put on your skin, dog?
And listen, we never thought.
I'm 50 in December, so I'm
See
just
how you stuck that shit there, right?
come on.
Barry, you see you stuck that shit
That's
there.
why
Let me take
that's
care
why
of
all
yourself.
these young kids be start messing with me. I'm like, I'm an old man. I'll whoop your ass. Shit. I got that. I got motherfucking people chasing me down. They're talking about you want to fight. I'm old. Stop
You
it.
want fucking
I'm old. So, you know, it's always, you know, us being from Jamaica, we came up here and it was, when we got here, it was New York, so it was cold. So, you know, we didn't have a whole lot of money to buy like lotion and stuff because it's like 7 of us. So my mom used to buy us Vaseline.
My mom used to put, that's why my face still shines to this day.
nothing wrong with that.
Yo,
I
on
mean, my kids
everything.
put that shit on
On
every morning.
everything. In the
Okay.
70s, we
It's
was
how the hell I
we
am.
was the greasiest kids
Yes.
going to school.
I feel like that's why my face still be
That's
shining.
why they feel good as hell.
That's it.
My kid 11 look like she's sick.
So this was the ritual. You shower, you put on the Vaseline, and you go out
It's
the
so
cold.
good. And it's so
Yeah, and it's so thin. By the end of the day, you in gym class sweating like a motherfucker. But you
Pores
moisturize.
closed.
Yeah, your pores is closed.
Yeah, my kids hate that
this
though.
went
I
on
know.
for decades.
They do hate it.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had,
They be
I
stomping
had to
out my
say,
room when I yell it.
there's not enough like cocoa butter, lanolin, and all that in some of these lotions. They're not designed for us. They're designed for white people, of course. But then you know you have Palmer's. But over the years, Palmer's has gotten lighter with the way they formula.
They formula. is
Yeah, they're
good.
not giving us that
Yeah,
true
that
cocoa
heavy
that they
shit.
used to.
Yeah.
Because you used to go to school
ain't
smelling like
heavy
a
no
coke, a chocolate bar and shit. You know what I mean? There was so much cocoa butter in there, you smell like a chocolate bar. And my white friends was like, damn, you smell good. Hold on now, motherfucker. I know I'm chocolate, but don't get that close. But, you know, so I figured I needed to come up with something that was similar to that old school that kept your skin looking, you know,
Hydrated.
Hydrated, yeah. And then again, you didn't want to be in gym class and sweating, so I didn't want to make my formula so strong that us living here in Florida, you sweating like shit. You're not ashy, but you sweating like goddamn.
Listen, in Florida you don't want to put nothing on because you're going to sweat it off.
Exactly, but you still need to protect your skin. You know what I mean? Because the sun will get you. So I wanted to create some stuff like that.
Kick your ass down here.
That's why my stuff is called Orion Sky.
Okay.
You know, because when you look at Orion Sky, it's black. It's like looking at this, you know, it's black. So you got it.
So when does that come out?
So end of this month.
Oh, okay.
So I was taking pictures all day, and I was like, damn, I gotta make sure I get ready for Brian's little. You know,
and I appreciate that.
For sure. So you're the first one to know about it. I haven't told anybody. You're the first.
Exclusive.
We are the first ones to know about Orion Sky.
Orion Sky coming soon. You know,
Yes.
black owned and black designed. My box is black.
Everything black.
We went with like something like, see how my shoes are like velvet with the little, so everything I do is with like a black velvet kind of thing, because you know that was the shit in the 80s. You had a velvet paint in your crib, you was the shit, you know. So I'm big on velvet, so that's me.
What is the velvet?
What is the velvet? So yeah, come on, we Caribbean people. We love some velvet. And we love not wearing no damn socks. I remember when I first got to this country, they called me a motherfucking coconut. That fucking coconut.
Oh.
Hey, coconut boy.
Wait, but Tyson, where can we get the sunglasses?
The sunglasses are at Tyson BeckFord.com.
Okay.
I have my own
You heard the accent, right?
Instagram. .com, you hear me?
Not C-U-M, C-O-M, guys, C-O-M.
So the rest of the
C-O, not C-M, C-O-M.
There.
Just C-O.
Act like you got some home training.
So the rest of the products, where would they be at?
The rest of the products, we're gonna build we're building a website for Orion Sky, so you can buy that online, and you know everything is e-commerce.
Okay.
Because it's a waste nowadays to put anything brick and mortar, because people don't want to leave their house now.
You might need my
everybody just want to ship to their house. They want to Amazon.
You might. That's what I said. You might need my company. So I have a company, and I put it on a couple friends' websites.
Serena Williams.
Okay. Yeah. I put it on that site. So
shit, hook a nigga up.
I put it on her
I
site.
got a percentage of the people that she got on her website to just buy anything.
No, but I had to show her something. I had to show her like, her fan base or whatever is, a lot of them are non-English speaking. So I have a company, we have it called Let's Chat. So we just put the little
plug in.
Thank you, Meeka.
No doubt.
We put the plug in. Right. This is where we're starting. So put the plug in onto your website, and it translates your website into 101 different languages based on the person's device language.
Wow.
So
they don't have to do anything. They just have to just like log on.
Russian, Portuguese, they would never know what's in English because it just comes based on their device language, not their IP address. So I did it with Venus and Serena, and their sales went up a lot. So now I go back to them and talk to them. But you know they play tennis, so they're everywhere. Yeah. So they both sell clothes, merchandise.
Yeah. No, they do.
One is sporting and one is just casual wear. So their sales went up a lot too. So I was like, maybe I could implement it on yours too.
Yeah, please. I would love all that.
I think that would work. Yeah.
Especially
because I feel like your fan
based out of
base is
Italy
all
and all that too.
Yeah, no, for sure. Hook me up.
Because people only stay on websites for about 30 seconds when they can't understand it. But
no,
for
sure.
They can
because I don't read Korean
put
too
stuff
well.
in the cart.
I don't read Korean too well. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. And then I was at CAA for a while.
That was my old agency.
Yeah, nothing was going on there, so I left. Shit, you motherfuckers ain't shit.
It's like a big old brand, but
it's a big ass building. If any of you ever get to LA, drive by the CAA building. That shit will take you like 5 minutes to just drive by that motherfucker. It's so big. So it's not just a big office, you get lost in there. So I left and I'm at Abrams now, so I just signed a new deal with them. They'll make an announcement probably next week.
Oh, congratulations.
Variety and thank you. And the Hollywood Reporter. But I'm going back into doing acting and TV again. Just took some time off to chill and ready to get it. So I went in on an audition for NBC last week, so keep fingers crossed. It's a sitcom, comedy, so.
That's what's up.
Then motherfucker was like, damn, nigga, I didn't know you was funny. Nigga, I grew up in every neighborhood possible.
Right.
Between hanging out in Overtown and New York City, shit. You see some
You got
shit.
the best of both worlds.
No, you gotta be funny, otherwise niggas gonna kill you. You're a pretty nigga.
They gonna beat you up.
That's it. I was a pretty nigga that had jokes.
How did you get into modeling?
It was actually an accident because I was just sitting in Washington Square Park, and the editors for Source magazine came up to me and was like, "Yo, you ever thought about modeling?" And I was like, "Look, man, I know that gay shit. Get away from me." And they was like, "No, this legit." And they gave me a card and showed me one of the issues where it was Ice Cube on the cover. And I was like, shit, if Ice Cube can do it, fuck yeah, put me up. So the photo shoot was like on a Saturday, which they met me on the day before, Friday. So I showed up, we shot it, and then the pictures came out, and people would call Source and say, yo, who's that guy?
Oh, okay.
Like Carl Kanai, Cross Colors, and they were all like,
you did a lot of campaigns.
Yeah. So people would call a Source looking for me. And then I was so cool with the people at the Source, they would hook them up and say, yo, this is his number, and this and that.
So this was before Benzino Day Mays.
Yeah, way before all of that.
So
yeah.
They just stumbled across you.
Yeah. Dave Mays didn't come in till like maybe 5 years later.
Okay.
So I was there from the beginning. I think when I met them, the Source was only at their third magazine.
Oh, okay.
So I go back that far with them. So and then I got kind of labeled the hip hop model because I was always hanging out with Wu-Tang Clan and
you was in Tony Braxton video.
Yeah, and then they started putting me in music videos. I was in Notorious B.I.G.'s video. I knew Biggie, I knew Pac, I knew you know what I mean? Because he wasn't going nowhere in New York, and New Yorkers were going to come out and support you.
You and Foxy Brown was tight too.
Yeah, me and Foxy Brown, and then like I know Fat Joe because me and Fat Joe from similar neighborhoods.
Okay.
So big fan of Joe, and then we all came up together. So, and that was it. Then we all trying to get into movies. It was a really go time because Above the Rim was just being shot, and then the casting had been done, and everybody's like, "Damn, I missed that casting." But some of our friends got in, and it was in it. So it was cool to see kids from the neighborhood start moving up.
Right.
It was just.
But it's funny, like a lot of y'all all came like around the same time.
Yeah.
And were able to watch each other and kind of grow.
Yeah. All of us, Mackay Pfeiffer.
Right.
Bokeem Woodbine. All of us was in that same area. If there was a party that night, we were all there.
That's crazy.
So, especially like when all the album release parties would happen. If Jay-Z was releasing something, he was there. And then that was when Def Jam was it.
Y'all lucky I wasn't old enough back then.
I'm about to say the same thing. I was like,
there was no. If you had a brick phone, you could only call somebody.
I'm about to get a brick phone now.
You couldn't send a picture like, yo, nigga, this shit is lit. Come over here.
Don't copy my shit now. I'm about to get a brick phone. Gold brick phone. I'm getting a gold brick phone.
Get it.
And I'm putting a SIM card in that motherfucker.
Get it. Yeah, it still works. I think it's right now we're in a digital era, but that phone is an analog phone, so it'll work. And the shit is about them motherfuckers. The conversation is so clear. It's like, damn, nigga, you get the phone.
But
so yo, you get your hands on a brick phone, get that bitch. Shit.
I got one. Listen, I got a
Give me one too.
I got you.
Give me
gold
one
or black?
Too. Shit. You know that motherfucker had the light, like
black
the 80s and shit.
Black or gold?
I love black, but
back in that era.
I would fuck with that gold.
That gold is
I'm gonna fuck with that gold because then I don't have to get me a rope chain and everything.
I already got one.
That shit was the shit back then. Yeah.
Nah, so we're gonna take one last break. Come back with trending topics. Thank you all for riding out with us tonight.
For sure.
I know we went over a little bit. And on this break, follow, subscribe, do all that shit.
Tyson BeckFord.
Follow me at Tyson BeckFord.
We learned what the C stand for.
That's right.
Craig. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
They used to call me a criminal. Look at him.
Craig. I don't know.
And welcome back to Mac Meeka Live. Y'all still here with us.
Tyson BeckFord.
Craig in the house.
Craig in the motherfucking building.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie, man.
Now you know randomly if I see you out somewhere, I'm like, Craig.
Yeah. And you
Not
know
me.
what? All my
Not
friends
me.
who know me well, that's what they yell. They be like, "Yo, Craig, Craig," because they know I'm gonna turn around.
That's good though, because I know what it is.
I know his family. Yeah, I know his
Craig's
family know
But that's
Craig.
crazy
Yeah.
because Craig is not an uncommon name. It's a common name, but I don't know many people named
No,
Craig.
you don't.
Except ex-husband and you now.
I feel like at a
I know
certain point,
nobody
they got
else.
people Craig in the same name.
It's not after a while. Like,
I don't think it's too many Craigs no more.
Too many Craigs get in
At all.
trouble. Every Craig
It's like Deshaun's.
I gotta spell Craig for people. Like,
That's
I'm like,
it.
C-R-A-I-G.
Right. Yeah. It's different, man. That name. Right. That's fun. Like
That's
Craig.
crazy knowing that you're a Craig too, but you're the good Craig.
Well, when he used the Craig, I was like, I just want to look at me like.
He looked at me and I was like, don't be looking at me, nigga. Don't
I
look.
said Craig.
I had no idea. Now you know.
That's funny.
Now you know what the C stands for. That's it.
But we're gonna get into some trending topics.
Yeah.
Before we even do that, we want to send some prayers and love up to Tennessee.
Nashville.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know. Yes,
That was
yes.
crazy. Yeah.
Our
We getting ready
engineer,
to-
producer, his hometown, and clearly Mo's hometown. Okay.
Mo, you're from Tennessee. Wait,
From Tennessee
Mo?
too?
Nashville.
Oh, you're not, but you just okay. All
I
right.
thought Mo from the
There's
islands.
a lot going on,
Mo,
guys.
ain't you from the islands though? Mo, you
Mo
from?
from your whole Jamaica.
Mo, where you from?
Yeah.
Where you from, Mo?
St.
Mo.
Thomas.
St. Thomas, right? That's what I thought.
Oh, Lord Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Virgin
Okay,
Islands.
bye. Bye, Mo. Bye.
Oh,
You're not
gosh.
even in this conversation. Mo, he's an attention seeker. Like, you know, what you used to call me, like, when we said we go out and you were like, oh, you like to steal the show. What you used to tell me, Grace, you was just talking about this the other day. You were like, yo, you like to steal the show. Whatever it is, I can't remember. That's your ass, Mo. Yeah, that's your ass, Mo, right now. I can't remember.
Yes.
I'll remember it later on. But
That's
anyway, but I did want to shout them out. And to everybody losing their life with the coronavirus. And Roy has left, thank God. Where's Roy at?
Where? They're like, where right now?
Roy in the back, where Roy's at?
Right here, yeah.
Oh, well, thank God you left this common area with that coughing and sneezing,
It's
nigga.
up to the season.
One time he got coronavirus.
Don't be the first black man.
Right.
Don't be the first donkey. Today in Black News, young man in Florida came down with a
Name Roy. Name Roy.
Shout out to Roy. Get that Robitussin. Get that Robitussin, Roy.
I'm gonna get that tough.
And some ginger ale.
Ginger ale saving lives. According to us.
I got the boo-boos. Get some ginger ale.
The ginger.
Roy.
That's
So it's just like, oh,
You
it's
But
feeling
you know
better?
what?
Wait,
The
Roy,
funny
you feeling
thing
better?
is,
ginger does.
some of the things that was listed to protect you from the coronavirus
Don't say
was
ginger ale.
ginger.
Oh,
No,
yeah, ginger.
yeah.
Oh, because ginger
It's
does.
To cut, to slice
Ginger
it.
The root.
Yeah,
And you
slice
juice it and all, yeah.
thin pieces.
And that shit
swallow
burn,
it.
but
Roy,
yeah.
you feeling better?
No, ginger does, but that's why
It's just a ginger
I'm
ale.
trying to
that's
make
what
sure
we
he
get
feel
ginger
better.
ale
That's
from.
it.
Like,
Let's see them.
We don't have no ginger ale
Or
at the bar.
ginger beer.
I like ginger
We
beer
don't have that at the bar, but at the corner store, you guys
I
got all of that.
what the kind
Got all
of
of that.
establishment is this? Get the fuck out.
Where y'all chop out.
Yeah, I got that ginger beer.
But did you guys
You
hear
know, I'm Caribbean on the weekends.
What is
I was eating Caribbean on Friday, clearly.
The weekend.
Yeah, because we fry fish on Friday, so yeah, you have to be.
Oh yeah, it's Lent. It's Lent. What did y'all
Fish
give up?
fry.
Let's do a fish.
Escabeche.
What did you give up?
Get that
Nothing
no.
When?
for Lent.
I'm showing out, y'all.
I gave
Wait,
up
hold on.
spending money today. I didn't spend no money today. None.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And then you drinking a pineapple
I didn't
juice,
even.
so
I
you
got
good.
that shit for free. What you
That's
talking
what I'm
about?
saying, man. You drinking a pineapple juice.
No, I sometimes
grape
try to
fruit.
see if I could go to a day without spending $1, and then sometimes I see homeless people
I feel like
and
you
then I
can't
give them $1, so I don't think
No,
that's.
I've been trying to. Actually, been
I
trying
you
that.
can't really leave the house. Like,
No, I've been trying
You
to.
remember back in the day, you could leave the house without spending $1. But
Because we were
nowadays,
teenagers,
you know what I mean?
nigga.
But you know what? I think I did spend money because I went the toll roads, so they didn't bang my
No,
toll charge or something.
I actually been doing the
So
same
if you
thing
think about it,
lately.
you could never leave your house without
You
spending.
can't.
so you gotta pay the park.
No, you gotta pay
Yeah,
for
I gotta pay the
But I've
park.
been doing it, and
I
like
parked earlier today and I didn't
when you have
pay.
kids,
I
Guess what?
Brian.
That's right, Florida. I stole some shit.
Shout out to my doctor. I got a handicap little sticker. I was like, oh, my knees hurt.
No, nigga, you're not supposed to say that.
My bad. I said this shit. My knees be hurting.
Okay, yeah, we got a letter.
That was the best thing I was
We have a letter for that, don't we, Brian?
Yes.
We have a letter from a doctor.
No, I do have a letter. Yes.
All right, what's the next stretch? I'm trying to save you, nigga. Trying to save you.
No, but when you have kids, my point was when you have kids, you can't really save $1. Because I've been trying this shit,
no, you can't.
and I will get all the way to 302.
Bobby,
When
can I
they
have some
ask
french
me to come in the
fries
car.
from McDonald's?
They asked
And
them
then
in the
you
car.
be like,
and they
no,
got
I'll make you some french fries at home.
I said, yo, I'm going to fry you some french fries now.
No,
I got a new air fryer.
yours
New
are
Ninja.
not like,
And
yours
you
are
know
not
what?
like McDonald's.
No. They get quiet.
How is
They
the
get
air
quiet.
fryer?
The air fryer is fucking magnificent. But it's amazing. Because I've never
Right, you
seen
don't put
something
nothing in?
fried without oil. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
It's fucking
So you
amazing.
can put it in the fryer.
Fried
So,
chicken, everything.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to be
no
Everything.
oil, no nothing,
It
just
is.
fries.
Right, nothing, it's just fries. And it tastes like fried chicken.
What are you getting?
It's amazing. No, my cousin works at Kohl's. I bought it at Kohl's. It's a
Yeah, hook the
Ninja.
fuck up.
No, I got hooked up because it used to be 180 and it was only 100.
Can you plug it in?
You just plug it in, put the chicken in.
Yeah, see, that's
I plug it in with a Walmart.
smokeless.
No, it's not smokeless.
I got
It
that
will smoke a
smokeless
little.
one.
It smokes like poof, poof, poof.
Okay.
Like poof, poof, pass,
Like a
but no
poof,
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 no
pass.
pass, no pass, no.
So it smoked more like reefer than a blunt.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes. Like old school shit.
Reefers.
Reefer.
Yeah, you got any reefers?
But no, seriously.
I'm like, Ed, man, I'm just telling you, I'm gonna bring that shit back on everybody. That old guy said
This thing
reefers.
is crazy. It's crazy as fuck.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, I see
Call
that.
me crazy.
I didn't call you old, but I feel like,
He's not old.
right,
I'm
you know,
crazy.
I feel like old
I'm not old in real life. I'm old on paper, not in real life.
I just feel like old is a mindset.
So a lot
You got
of
some
times-
people that's here younger than you,
Yeah,
that
that's true.
old as fuck, that
They
act
aging in what, Mac? How they aging?
like a banana.
No, indoor.
Oh, dog is. Both of them age like that shit.
Old
Yeah.
soul with a young spirit.
We were talking to somebody one day, and they were younger than us, like, oh, they're 20, like 28 or
I said,
something.
what you aging?
And they were like saying, oh, this and that. He's like, so we mad because you aging in dog years?
I said that
Oh
I
shit.
felt bad for
That's
them.
cold.
because it's really about the energy too that you have.
Oh, that's
Like,
true. That's true.
oh, cause you 30 talking about, oh, cause my knees, I can't. It's like you
yeah.
just was 20 last year. Like,
Right,
come on,
right,
like,
yeah,
don't turn 30 off till you old. Like,
That's it, my back.
you still got a whole lot of life ahead of you. Like,
My neck
30.
and my back.
My neck.
Come
That's
on.
the real kind of my neck. My back higher. My neck.
No.
My back. Not that kind of neck. Because I'm all with that.
But you know that when you do get older, you got to start upgrading your mattress, though. I'm telling you people right now.
And I believe that.
You got to go with
Because
your
your back
mattress.
Teach me, nigga. Teach me.
I'm gonna teach you to keep a good vertebrae. You gotta upgrade your mattress because you have to start to get firmer as you get older.
Okay. That's what my father
And you have to
made
walk up. So you see me, right? I'm sitting here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You better sit up.
Yeah, because you see those old people like crunched over. That's a
But you
bad
know what
bet.
too? Bad
That's a
bad, but then
bad
they
bet.
lost their range of motion too, so
Yeah,
they're not stretching. Cause I learned that from
Yeah,
stretch zone.
you should, as an adult person, should like hang and stretch.
Flexibility, yeah.
Because you understand that your vertebrae starts to
tighter.
decompress. It crunches down, so you need to start stretch it out.
And that's why a lot of older people say like, I used to be 6'2", now I'm 6 foot.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no,
but
sure.
you're bent over.
Yeah, it's true. It's 100% true. That's why you should stretch all the time.
Wait.
Just hang on your door.
Stretch.
But if you're in an apartment door, don't hang on that door because it's a cheap ass door. Don't break that shit. I know because I broke the door before.
Okay, wait, time out. Okay, Mimi.
No, it wasn't like I was trying to tear it down. I was just hanging, stretching out my lower lumbar.
Yeah.
That shit went. I said, oh shit, in the door.
No,
But I got another one at the Home
You're
Depot
crazy.
though. You know, I'll fix
I
it.
don't even mean to cut you off, but we want to go into some of the trending topics.
Let's go.
And I want to ask you guys, did you hear about the Dunkin' Donuts, the couple that was at Dunkin' Donuts, and they found out they pulled off, and their bag had blood on it, the donut had blood on it.
Did y'all see that?
They're suing Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh hell yeah! That's.
I was too long in on that food shit.
Well, I'm just mad that I'm not the motherfucker that had the blood on my
Right,
shirt.
right.
Cause
That's a
I don't know. Yeah, I was
for him and her.
That's not me.
For him and her, I'd be like, all right, I'll
Let's come up
take 50
with
million.
right there.
You get 50 million. Together, we got 100 million. So, you know. And then,
all
and then-
type of mental trauma. I could never eat a
and
jelly
then-
donut again.
Right. Then another 25
That jelly
million
got me like
for both of you
shaking.
because you got mental
All
issues
that.
now. Yeah, you're traumatized. Yeah. Oh, that's a win-win. Yeah, that's disgusting though. Yeah.
That is, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's
why you ain't put
yeah.
that on? You must have knew them.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. Me on the other depends.
That's it.
Well, did y'all know each other? This is going. If I all know each other, we know these motherfuckers. I don't
We
fucking
gonna have
know.
a separate lawyer.
They got that on video, and she's like, I didn't know I was bleeding until after I gave you the bag. Like, oh, it's on video. That's where you got your donuts. That's where you got your
No!
That's where you got your coffee.
I don't drink
It was
coffee
down here.
donuts from there. I don't drink no. I've never had coffee. Shit.
What?
Never had coffee in my life. Never had
I
coffee in my life.
had coffee, but I didn't have a whole cup. I tasted it.
Yeah,
You
never
tasted
had.
it? What
I just
about
want
coffee?
to
Because I think I'm trying to make me and Doc trying to make you take coffee one time.
Say, Craig used to get in trouble in school, so the teachers would be blowing that hot coffee breath in my face. So that's what first turned me
That's
off.
what I
from
was
it.
smell like.
And then when it was
Okay,
blowing, I
Craig.
smelled it. I was like, oh hell no. And then I just never
Well,
had it.
listen, nothing is nastier than eating shit. And apparently, as for your
These are trending topics. These are
these
things
are the
that's
trending
going
topics.
on.
This is what's going on in the streets, man.
Listen.
CCB, this is what's going on in the streets.
Taking care of business does nothing of the sort.
Yes.
Damn. And then they wonder why coronavirus running around.
Well, Asriel Clary said that R. Kelly has a video of her eating shit.
Oh.
That was probably like collateral, like, bitch, don't say nothing. Well, I'm gonna put this video out, you eat shit. Like,
And guess what? She
makes
said
sense to me.
she said something.
Nasty.
She admitted it too, so it was like,
Oh my God.
And she admitted, yeah,
Okay,
you're
what's the
right.
next topic?
The next topic is
So wait, I just want to ask the way before we even move to the next
nobody's
topic.
doing it.
Nobody want to go
I didn't ask if
there.
anybody's going there.
No, you're fucking up the party. You're fucking up the party. Shit, let's go.
So,
Alright,
Let's
man,
go.
you know what? Move along.
the next trending topic is TikTok star almost dies. He went to a lake, but it's like a frozen lake, and he
Oh yeah, the frozen.
did a circle, and he went under the water
Like
and
the ice.
swam like the ice.
They
And he
ice-
almost died.
I couldn't find the hole.
Yeah, he couldn't get back.
He couldn't get back
out. And
That's
it's like,
happened before.
how far is how far?
They don't usually die from not finding the hole.
Yeah, no.
But
Sometimes they die
but
finding the hole.
They always find this hole. Let's
You know
be
what?
clear.
Fuck
They
your
always find my hole.
Fuck your cops. I'm out here.
Let's be fucking clear. They always find this hole. But they put like ice fishing hole.
Yeah, the ice fishing hole. A lot of fishermen fall in the hole and then
I'm
they
saying be
go.
clear.
So
They
this-
got
The water is so
Y'all
cold,
like
it's
I don't understand what the
shocking.
fuck is going on. Alright.
Yeah, but they lose their equilibrium and can't find a way to get out.
But this person did it on
Can't
purpose.
fuck around.
He did it on purpose, and he swam under
He was
the
white,
ice. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he tried to come, well, I guess he tried to come back at a certain point, but it was like, oh shit.
Racist.
Yeah, but
And he was cold and starting to hyperventilate.
he made it back though. He made it back.
I thought he was gonna die before he made it back. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the video, him going around and searching. I was like, I couldn't.
I was like, this is not gonna be on video. Y'all not gonna video this man.
I couldn't breathe watching.
Right.
Somebody had to have a sledgehammer there to bust him out.
It's like, y'all video this, like y'all not gonna try to
And
break
they're
it.
so watching.
Right. See, this is why some of this stuff gets a little too far. You know, I just joined TikTok.
It's too caught up.
You know.
All right, next topic, and I want to hear some people's opinion in the audience.
Okay, let's go.
So Marie Osmond says she has no plans
Oh shit.
She
out of the money that she's made
Oh.
And
to
she
leave
made a
her
lot.
kids. She said, I'm going to donate the money that I made to charity, and I'm going to let my kids make their own money.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody else did that.
She
No,
can only
wait.
say that because her kids are already set up.
Yeah, you already said
I
that.
was gonna ask you that. I was gonna ask you.
I was wondering too.
They already set up.
Yeah,
And
Kurt.
she knows they're all right already.
The late
She knows they're not struggling
Yeah.
already.
So then that's
She knows
that's
that.
Kurt
But even
Douglas
if
did
they
the same thing. Kirk Douglas passed away. He did the same thing.
But he knows his kids is all right already.
Yeah. He donated $68 million to charities. Yeah, his son don't need that. Michael Douglas don't need no.
But it sounds good when you're doing interviews.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
it's cute, but
Yeah.
when you know that you have children to pass something on to who have not already established themselves, that's a different thing.
Shit,
They already
I
know
filled
they
out the
need to
paperwork
sell.
for that shit yesterday myself for my stocks, because I fuck with the stock market. And they were like, who's your beneficiary? I said, that little nigga right there. I write that.
But you thought that.
No, I did. I was like, this little nigga gonna be rich. He didn't even work for nothing.
Nah, but when I heard it though, but seriously, no, I'm with you though. When I heard that shit, I was like, that's whack as fuck. Because that's what we work for. We work for our kids so that they don't have to live how we live, grow up how we grew up. We were just talking about growing up in Brooklyn and Queens and the Bronx.
They might be, you know,
Clearly
well
they
off.
are.
Yeah.
And so that made sense to me.
Yeah.
But initially in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how old her kids are, but maybe they're struggling to find their way. Not struggling in life.
I think with that scenario, it makes you already feel like they may be struggling.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's what I thought.
She's like, they gotta wait for their
to find their way. Not in life, because they're living in a
many
nice
people
house.
do that. I mean, Aaron
Marie and
Spelling.
Donnie and them motherfuckers made a lot of money,
Of course they
okay?
did. You know,
So,
Aaron Spelling did the same thing to his daughter. He didn't leave her anything she didn't.
well, Tori was acting.
Yeah, she didn't leave that. She made a shit ton of money.
But yeah, because they're already in that
Yeah.
circle. So it's
Well,
like,
we're not the white people. We have to be the black people and leave some shit for our people.
We can't think like them yet. We ain't there yet.
No, we
We're not
gotta
there. We need to
gotta
be
do
like
it, though.
There yet.
But I'm not gonna ever leave my shit to charity versus my kids. I will leave some to charity.
I hear you.
I'll find a cousin or uncle before I do that.
My kids, this is what I'm here for. Like, my kids.
I mean, shit.
When I heard that it bothered
it's like you can push it down to like certain age. It's like, okay, they'll be mature at 40.
Let me give you should know this. Leona Helmsley left all her motherfucking money to her cat. She left that money to that
She
cat.
had like all his shoes and all her belongings.
Billions.
I get that.
She left it, but she
So
had
you get that. So you cat, right?
But she
You
had
gonna say, yo, bring the G4 around. I want to go down to Mexico and visit my other my cat friends.
somebody else did that. You said
The cat lives in a mansion with a fucking butler and a chef.
it's crazy.
Yeah, the
But I
cat
think
is
she
sick.
had-
Can't find nobody.
Sometimes the cat get in the rolls and they drive the cat around and shit. He get up, he look out the window, and then he sit back down in the seat and then they play music and shit. Yeah.
But I don't think she had kids. I think it
No,
was,
she didn't have no kids. That's what
Yeah,
she
no,
did.
that's
Yeah.
but it was still crazy.
Yeah.
It was still crazy.
Most cats live, what, 19 years? Fucking cat.
Right. So then we're
Cat live good. Shit. You imagine that? You come back as a cat looking for some rich people.
Now she's
And they die, they do everything. What you gonna do, swim in the pool? The cat ain't getting in the motherfucking pool.
I know, right?
Only so much stock is
First of all, I'm mad for even having to take care of a cat like this. Like, cat got all this shit. It's like, I'm running out of that cat.
And I'm the driver.
I'll pass it this week. Have a whole party in that bitch.
You know though, you know the help is partying with the cat.
Of course, I would.
Shit. Shit.
The help
I'm
man is
champagne in the house and the cat.
A whole party.
Yeah, you know it. Shit.
So, next in trending topics, ladies and gentlemen, we have Megan Thee Stallion. She released a project today, and I like her.
I love her.
But I also
I just worked with her
both
a couple
sides.
weeks ago.
I can see both sides. So,
Yeah.
Carl
It's a great
Crawford,
topic.
he's a baseball player. So he's an athlete, and I'm an athlete who's done music as well. And
He has 1501 records, right?
say it again?
1501 records, yeah.
Yeah, 51. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's helped build up an artist, and then she went and got management, and then her management suggested, "Oh, you see this in your contract, you see that," and now she wants to renegotiate her contract,
Yeah, and so
which isn't wrong, but
no, but
always keep in mind who helped build you up
That's what I heard.
to where you are now.
yeah.
So when nobody else is checking for you and all that, like always remember that because they're the ones who seen the potential in you before you got that management and everything.
Yeah. That's what I was.
So never do it like that. Like I just feel like I honestly, when I read everything, I feel like he's telling the truth. He's just saying like I did this and. He went back to his mom.
What is he looking for? He's
not looking for nothing. She's looking for negotiate.
Oh, okay.
Because you have people like she like her mom.
Look at this contract.
Her mom and another gentleman who's with her now, the same gentleman who's with her now, is telling her to like.
Is he an entertainment lawyer?
He's not.
See, that's the problem. You know, people just want to rush to get signed, but this
is the thing. Sometimes when people are in certain situations, they want to sign things.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it makes
it's almost like TLC with LA Face.
But I don't even feel like that contract was that bad because she still owned part of her royalties.
20%, that's a lot. Like for a group artist. People not saying that.
Exactly. So like,
and it's so crazy. A lot of people were behind the scenes actually having the like you having the record companies back because they were saying that's a lot because we were getting royalties like that. And then they were saying things like,
does she own her own music though?
I don't know about all that.
It didn't get that deep, so I don't know.
So we don't know.
Standard
but the whole
It was a standard contract. It was 60 on the master mechanical license and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then 30%.
So now she wants to.
But you have to remember.
She wants to redo the.
But you have to remember
now, right?
when nobody knew her, female artists are harder to put out, and they cost more money.
Yeah.
So I have to pay for your makeup. I have to pay for your hair. Excuse me.
Right.
He started Rock Nation.
Well, that's the same thing I'm saying too.
But look, that deal probably saved her life. You know
it
what I mean?
did.
And that's what I'm
Money
saying.
got her mom out the hood.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what Brian is saying.
Hey, Prince,
Hello, are we listening? Because I'm saying the same exact thing.
I'm saying the major labels, what they do is once the little man do all the hard work,
Yeah, they just come and scoop it.
They come and they try to like
poison her.
Yeah, they do that.
So like I was saying,
They do
you
that.
have that people, you have the person like Carl, who is the investor, who is the baseball player, who has the money, who has paid for the looks, the videos, the flights,
So
the grind.
He should
You know what I'm
be
saying?
reimbursed then for all he's done.
But that's what he's trying to do is being reimbursed, but also still make a profit too. Because I have to be reimbursed first in order for me to make a profit.
Right.
So when I sign you to a deal, I sign you to a certain amount of projects.
Right. And then
Just run that through. Because if you look at Future and Rocco, Future was like, I'm going to just give you a bunch of albums and get that shit over because people be in certain situations and they need the money at the time. Don't change your mind now when I done built you up and now you feel like you want to switch out. Like, nah, that's not cool.
You don't have an album yet.
that's I agree with that.
No, it's not an album yet. We understand that.
5101 wants that album. They
But
want
that's what they always said. They said,
Aren't you owed that album if that's what you signed for?
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
But
I think
sometimes it's
negotiate without delivering the album.
No.
She hasn't delivered. She
You
only
can't
got
do that.
singles out. And
that's
they-
what you say. Don't you can't renegotiate without me.
Yeah, you gotta deliver.
right, and that's what everybody's trying to say.
Well, even if you
We're all saying the
get
same
9
thing.
songs or
You
10
just cut
songs.
us off with no mic.
If I sign you, and you had a deal, if I sign you for 2 albums,
Yeah.
and you give me 3 singles, you ain't give me the
No,
deal.
you're not. Even
I agree with that.
That's not right.
And one thing people have to realize is you have to pay for radio.
Yeah.
So radio is not free.
No.
He had to put a budget together.
Okay, so
Payola.
why don't you just deliver 7 more songs and then be done?
Because you have Rock Nation. Now you're over there with Rock Nation.
Oh, so now
and now
you-
that you're breaking down your
yeah,
contract off,
yeah.
like, why is this? Why is that? Why is that? And then now you're like,
Well, now
oh,
you
you're right.
Now you have
It don't
somebody,
make sense.
You had
But
somebody
now-
look
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody
In your
looked at
head.
it who knew what they was doing.
And then now you're at a certain level now, and you feel like, I should get
What
more.
15101 is going to do now is she can't release no more music. That's
Yeah.
Well, actually, she actually dropped the project today.
No, but they dropped it. She
Yeah.
don't know nothing. They dropped the project.
Who dropped it?
It was 15101 because they had that video shot.
She dropped it because they got banned from blocking her from dropping music. She dropped it on her own, sir.
Listen to me. They own that video.
Okay.
They
But she
own
was able to drop it.
She can't.
She dropped it. It came out today.
She put it on her IG. She didn't drop it.
Bro, it's on Apple Music. I listened to it on the way here.
But Apple Music.
It got dropped.
Listen to me. If she signed to 15101, who delivered the song to Apple? She didn't. 15101 did.
They couldn't block it. She press charges against them, sir. We're not gonna go back and forth. Everybody's seeing the same thing I'm seeing. Thank you very much, but we're not gonna take our podcast.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you.
Well, you saying some right things, though, bro.
Right.
Yeah, we all on the same thing.
But go check it out. It's called Sugar on Apple Music.
I mean, she's such a talented artist. I hope they work that out. She's a really nice person.
Well, I hope they do as well, because then I feel like it'll be like a little division, or some people feel like, well, she this, but she that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it could be a misunderstanding.
Yeah, no, and that should be worked out with them.
From what
they all smart people, so
right, but from what Carl was saying was, it's even the same person who's under her now still, who took her to Rock Nation, who was with Carl too, who told Carl not to come to the meeting for Rock Nation, who is in her ear as well. You know what I'm saying? So you have those people who was like, I'm gonna work this. You know, her mom not there no more. And her mom was the one who had a strong hold on her. But now you have somebody, girl who's vulnerable, and down here she feel like.
Yes, I'm happy to see that. And 50 also said he's going to take his Pop Smoke's mom to an award, because that's what Pop had promised her. So I love that, man.
I love that.
You know what I mean? 50 a good guy, man. He might start some shit, he'll be killing some shit. But deep down, he's got a good heart, man.
We got a hand over there.
No, I'll say shout out to all my Panamanian brothers.
Yes, shout out to all my Panamanian brothers. Yes. I'm Panamanian.
Jamaican, Chinese, and Panamanian.
Okay, you want the whole breakdown? Okay, hold on. Let me tell you
a lot of people
Jamaican, Chinese, Panamanian, Portuguese, Spaniard.
We all the same.
Yeah. Yo, anytime anybody comes to Jamaica, they fall in love with a Jamaican girl or a man, and they're like, I'm not leaving. And that's how we got here. Tell it, bro. My grandfather worked on the Panama Canal, so if you go through the Panama Canal, you see his name. So then he left that, and then met my grandmother, and then that's it, you know? And that was on my mother's side.
Hamilton, the last name, right?
Yeah. Family line, yes.
You don't know each
You don't know.
Hall, baby, Hall.
That little thing, you don't know.
You don't know, yes. So yeah, man, we get around.
Well, South by Southwest has been canceled because of the coronavirus, which I feel like is good.
And then they also canceled our Ultra. Ultra got canceled.
Down here?
Yeah, I see in Miami. It was announced day before yesterday.
Well, did they cancel Coachella?
Coachella next. Right, we'll get him next.
That shit. Whoever do Coachella.
Oh, you know they put that Molly in the water and pass it around. It's like this. Motherfucker, no.
Because Coachella, what is that? That's not coming up.
That's April. Next month. Right. By that time, coronavirus will be strong. It'll be like a 24-pack. Right now, it's just a 6-pack. It's going to be a 24-pack.
And then one more last topic.
That's it.
Stevie J had like a lot of things to say about the women of Love and Hip Hop Miami. And I seen, I'm friends with
Trina,
all of them. And he said that their wigs and makeup were bad. And they all had like comebacks like, Trina said, my wig is never bad. Joy said, clearly don't know my name, but mine isn't. Do y'all think their wigs and makeup are bad, or? Marsha laughed because she do makeup.
Marsha ain't shit, Marsha.
But I mean, do y'all feel like that? Like I don't know.
Wait, Marsha on the spot right now. Marsha, yes we are. Put Marsha on the spot right now. Marsha, what is your opinion?
I don't know about that.
Oh.
That's not good. That's not good, guys.
All right.
Moving along, because that's not good.
Right.
I'm nervous.
Thanks.
They gonna come for us now, Matt, because she's a person.
I think we need to leave our black women alone.
I agree.
Period. Okay, we go through enough for people to shut us down because of the wig, or I don't know if anybody watches Love is Blind. That's like my new thing.
That's my show. Netflix, I watch reunions on Netflix.
You need to watch it, but after watch it.
You're not gonna like it. It's not great. It's not great. Well, it's like the love genre. No, for me, I like it. He's not gonna like it.
But the
He's
first
gonna
thing
like
they
the
comment
Wu-Tang,
on
the
the
power,
wig.
and like.
No, if you're looking for love, you're gonna like it.
No, he don't want to see this bullshit.
It's awesome.
They fall in love and never met each other. Like you don't want to see
They
this.
fall in love.
I like it though. Coming the next stage of my life, you know what I'm saying?
The pod.
Love is blind.
The pod.
It take All right.
I want to say one more time, thank you for coming out.
Yes.
We have to close it out.
Thank you, Tyson, for being our guest tonight.
Thank you for being patient.
Make sure you have us on your podcast.
Yeah. As soon as I launch my podcast,
As soon as
Tyson
Tyson follows us, we'll post him.
Please send you his followers.
Because he asked
I didn't know y'all was there.
Make sure y'all go to Tyson.
Steve Beckford.
That's it, Tyson C. Beckford. And then Tyson BeckFord Sunglasses as well.
Mac
Appreciate y'all.
And if you're into guns and blowing shit up, there's also Tyson's Tactical. Check that out too.
Till I get mine.
I'm going, you know what, if I had an extra,
She real mad with me.
that's it. You know what? He ain't taking them off his face.
Sorry, you gotta look at my
I
eyes.
would tell you it is, but you know.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's for him. That was big special for him. I wear sunglasses all day, but I love him. Pray for me. I'm going to North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Safe travels.
Yes, be safe up there. You driving or flying? Okay, well.
With my mask and my gloves.
Get your little
I got my
wipes.
gloves. I got
Wipe down your
Lysol
whole
wipes.
yeah. Before you put your stuff down,
I
though.
sprayed everything down. Yeah, and I'm gonna drive
Put your
for y'all.
bag on the seat.
Hey,
Put your
I was
bag
looking
on
out
the
for
seat.
y'all. Can I get a hello?
Yeah.
I sprayed everything down.
She did.
I ain't dry. Fuck the corona.
She did. I walked up here, I'm like, what you spraying at?
And make sure you wipe off the seatbelt too. The metal that you clip.
Oh, yeah.
That off.
That,
Taught me
the metal part holds the most germs.
Oh yeah.
Is this something?
But you gotta worry for us.
Propaganda or
No, it's something you need to worry about.
Niggas is dying. I'm
Yeah.
not trying to die.
Well,
But they're not telling you how old these people are. Some people are old with weak immune systems too.
no, it's true, but the Manhattan area wasn't
But
that
I'm
good.
just saying that, like, I don't know about what's going on, but I got kids to live for, so I'm not fucking with this.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
anything
definitely
that
Y'all too many ginger shots.
yeah, anything that can kill people this fast, you should worry.
But I'm actually like that.
Anything that kill people this fast, you need to
But
worry.
listen, 2 years ago, people were dying off the flu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pneumonia,
So-
flu, that's all.
If you put a name on it, you put an extra name in front of the flu. It's like,
There's some numbers. There's some
Yeah, but
numbers there.
this shit got kicked. It got kicked.
make sure y'all get no corona. We got to miss that flu.
Now things
Yeah.
coming out.
As long
God
as you
bless
keep your
tonight.
immune system
Get
up,
home
good.
safe.
Yeah.
Black seed oil.
No drinking and
Next
driving
week,
there.
no, next week.
No
Bring
drinking
a
and
friend.
driving. DJ.
Bring a friend, preferably.
Right.
Hey, preferably a cute single friend. I mean, okay, bye.
Brian, hit the music.
I did. You know the music is not
We all